This episode of the Angel of Words podcast is brought to you by Eyes of the Soul, a new horror fiction novel by Curtis Holmes, available on Amazon.com now. And Out of This World Threads, reminding you to be out of this world. Well, Jamilly, we've reached the point in the podcast where it's time to play 5 Words with Angel.
Okay.
All right, Jamilly, on 5 Words with Angel, I'm gonna give you a word or a phrase. It's a word association game. You're gonna give me the first word or a phrase that comes to your head. Are you ready? All right. The first word is, what do you think about when you think about self-love?
Healing.
Healing. Love it. All right. The next word is something that we learned a lot about today, imposter syndrome. What do you think about when you think about that?
Mindset shift.
Nice. Mindset shift. The third phrase on 5 Words with Angel is pivot. What do you think about when you think about pivot?
Reverse engineer.
Yes, definitely. Love it. The fourth phrase on 5 Words with Angel is a year. What do you think about when you think about this year in 2021, now that you're going to be one of my final guests this year? Yes.
Woo. Is that a word? Woo.
Yeah, you can go into a dissertation. There's none against that. Go ahead, man. Speak on it. Let's talk about it.
That intense. That's what I'll say. Intense. Intense. 2021 intense.
More intense than 2020 or not?
About the same, because we had a different level of intensity. You know, we went through politics and then even more deaths and, you know, COVID and Omicron, the transformer, like, you know, it's
real,
just
like, did they really have to now I'm starting to think it's fake. Like, you give it a freaking, like, you know, like a transformer name, like, for real, man? It's like, is it a Decepticon now? Like, what's gonna happen?
Yep,
the coronavirus is gonna turn into a freaking, I don't know, a Volvo? Like, who knows what's gonna happen?
Exactly.
All right, and the fifth and final word on 5 Words with Angel is beauteous me. What do you think about when you think about that?
Resiliency.
Love it. Love it. Well, Ms. Whitfield, could you give us, as you know, that is customary here on the Angel of Words podcast, could you give us some final thoughts from the licensed clinical social worker who has taught us a lot? Women will date men with less money. Don't listen to Kevin Samuels. He's lying.
Exactly.
But it's not that he's lying, but you need to look for women that are down to earth, and there's women out there that are willing to date men with less money as long as you're happy with where you are in life. And I know men out there that are happy. I know a lot of men that don't make millions of dollars that are married. So it is out there. But if you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, then don't put yourself in a relationship, because it's going to be what? The T word. Tóxico. El tóxica, la tóxica. No bueno.
Hashtag.
No queremos la gente tóxica. Eso no funciona aquí in the Angel of Words podcast. So if you're not happy with yourself, don't get into a relationship. And if you're young, mind your hormones if you can, you know. I know it's not easy, you know. Wear rubber, man, or unfortunately, get an abortion while they're still available, because, it might change. You want to talk about that real quick before we move on? You good? You want to talk about the lessening of Roe v. Wade, or it's too much? It's for another podcast. We'll save it for next year.
Yeah. I don't think I'm that prayed up for that one. But what I will leave all the listeners in saying is that, take inventory of your life, see where patterns that you have that are insanity that you keep doing and that you're frustrated about. Take inventory of it and start doing some inner healings and working. You'll know by how other people trigger you. You'll pay attention because some of those are internal works that you have to do.